birthplace of that 21st century classic,
Oppan Gangnam Style.
Gangnam Style.
Gangnam Style.
A stark contrast to life just 35 miles north across the border. Call it Pyongyang style. This satellite video tells it all. South Korea ablaze with lights at night, the north grim and dark. Right across the river is North Korea.
Bullshit! I saw modern fucking structures there.
That's like North Korea. That's
You
like
fucking lying motherfucker,
The
you!
whole country is a slave state. We have 25 million people who are imprisoned.
In fucking America, there are thousands of people that are slaves in fucking jail and prison. It's called being a fucking trustee.
For 2 years in prison in the north. Bae was leading a tour of North Korea in 2014 when he ran into trouble with the authorities, accused of supposed hostile acts against the regime.
So what did he do?
Bae was sentenced to 15 years hard labor.
I was devastated to find out what happened to.
So what the fuck did you do?
To what he was going to.
We're not going to hear that fucking shit.
Knowing that he's actually going to be.
Cry, brat boy, motherfucker.
For 15 years.
So what the fuck did you do?
Otto Warmbier had been caught up in the capricious, brutal world of North Korean justice.
Yeah, right. Slant that motherfucking shit.
Proper affection for the dear leader Kim Jong-un.
You lying motherfuckers, you.
To the gulag of secret prison camps.
They got the same shit in fucking America, man.
Places of unimaginable suffering.
They got the same shit.
Machinery of a widespread and systematic campaign of enslavement and of executions.
What do you think a fucking trustee is in a fucking jail?
Are so secretive.
That's a fucking slave, man.
Look like is from space through satellite imagery. What's this we're looking at here?
So this is one of these political prison camps that Amnesty has recently imaged. This area is about the size of all of New York City. There's another one up here in the north, Onlyso 16. It's about 3 times the size of DC.
Edwards says within those gargantuan facilities, whole industries are devoted to slave labor.
In the different areas.
The same thing is done in American prisons.
Or agriculture.
The same shit is done in American prisons.
Camps that isn't visible.
It's called a fucking trustee.
Torture is the intentional starving of populations. It's infanticide. It's rape. It's mutilation.
Oh yeah, and they don't do it in America?
Primarily from.
I thought I was gonna die in fucking Bay County jail.
Left the camps.
Although no
I was turning into a fucking skeleton.
Former prisoners have sketched scenes of the grim reality of life inside.
Witnesses actually described literal torture chambers, stress positions, people told of foraging for whatever they could find, eating frogs, finding mice to feed to infants. One of these drawings actually shows, rendition of bodies being carted off to presumably.
You don't think it don't happen in America? You don't fucking think it don't happen in America?
Americans like Otto are too valuable as political tools to be subject to the wanton killing in these labor camps. But while they may escape the biggest horrors, their fate is still tied to the whims of the regime and its irrational notions of what punishment.
In America, you're only as free as the cop wants you to be.
Some Americans that have talked about being abused.
Bill Richardson Center.
They're treated properly. It varies.
Take the case of American Jeff Fowle, who was convicted in North Korea in 2014 after deliberately leaving a Bible behind at a nightclub. Fowle was detained at that same mysterious luxury hotel, the Yanggakdo, where Otto was staying. After just a 6-month stay at the hotel and at a guest house, Fowle was allowed to go home. I interviewed him after his release. How did they treat you physically?
Physically, I was not abused at all. And 3 meals a day.
Is it pretty good food?
That's what they serve their guests.
But there was no luxury hotel for Kenneth Bae. He was sent to a labor camp, specifically reserved for foreigners.
I was carrying maybe coal from one place to the other, or
what do you think a fucking trustee is in America is? What do you think that is?
Labor I have to endure 10 hours a day for 6 days.
How many prisoners are told?
Why the harsh treatment? It's because
you either do labor or you stay in your cell.
North Korea through his tour group. Why is North Korea so afraid of Christianity?
In North Korea, do you know there's only one religion, worshiping the leader and Kim Il-sung. We are afraid of someone like you coming in trying to convert our people or influence our people with your religions, because if this spreads, then our country will fall.
Kenneth Bay languished for 735 days in captivity, the longest held American prisoner ever. Bay confessed that he had committed serious crimes against the regime. After extensive negotiations with the U.S., the North Koreans finally released him in November of 2014.
Yeah, you got fucking connections, man.
Today, Bay is involved with a human rights group in South Korea, determined to help get the remaining 3 American prisoners held in North Korea released without the tragic
So what the fuck did they do?
So what happened to us should not happen again. I do believe that something can come out.
Rat boy motherfucker! Rot in your grave!
Yeah, and also all the detainees who are...
Rot in your fucking grave, man!
When we come back, the dangerous diplomatic dance to win Otto's release, the heartbreak of his homecoming, and the medical mystery of what happened to him in North Korean custody.
This is an international outrage.
Oh yeah, right. You fucking think this don't happen in America? Shit. Now, I'm not against America, but God damn it. Many times I've tried to get a jury trial. Not one time have I ever gotten a jury trial or anything like that. Been robbed of jury trials and everything like that. Many times I've tried to get jury trials. No, sirree, I never got no fucking jury trial. No, sirree. When they know that you are going to, that you are going to be able to defend yourself, then they don't oh, what the fuck happened? Here's something right here. I hope you can see this right here, okay? This is where I tried to get the Florida governor to do something about American terrorists in this fucking country right here. In this motherfucking country right here. Okay, I'm gonna show you something here. It's not gonna be the best, but look at it. Look at this right here. Okay, look at this right here. Okay, look at this. See this right here? This is where Mary Johnson was complaining. This is office of the governor. Okay, I've had this letter a long time. Okay, clown Jeb Bush was in there. Okay, at the time. Okay, this is as you know, your local law enforcement agency is responsible for investigating disturbances of the peace complaints. He's a fucking liar, man. This is where we were trying to do something about boom cars all over the fucking place. And so anyway, so what I did is Mary Johnson gave me this letter of these fucking clowns here. See that? Governor Jeb Bush. See that right there? We were trying to do something. See, the way the cops do it there, they want noisy people. Noisy people, they know people are going to be frustrated. See the Capitol? Look at that. That's 17 years ago. 17 years ago. Over 10 years, I have tried to do a one-man campaign about these boom car punk motherfuckers, these American terrorists. See that shit right there? You think it don't happen in America? That's a goddamn lie. You're only as free as a cop wants you to be, and if a cop decides he wants to protect a fucking criminal organization, ain't a fucking thing you're going to do. The judges will back them. The fucking governor will back them. Florida Department of Law Enforcement, fucking dumb lying idiots, Florida Department of Law Enforcement, they'll back them. So the truth of the matter is, we've got the same shit going on in America. See that shit right there? Look at that. Fucking lying motherfucker. As you know, your local law enforcement agency is responsible for investigating disturbances of the peace complaints. This is when there was hundreds of boom cars going up and down the road 17 years ago. Fucking idiot, clown, lying motherfucker. See that right there? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. See that right there? And all we want to do is just fucking live in peace. Okay. Continuing.
In the beginning, Father Fred Warmbier was also out of sight, part of a strategic silence requested by the Obama administration and the Warmbier's advisor.
I gave them the same advice that I'd given to other families. They needed to be careful about things that they might say that might cause the North Koreans to react very angrily and badly.
We were advised that it was important that you don't upset the North Koreans.
Yeah. That's right. If you were advised,
one of many on both
why did you fucking upset them? Why'd you do it?
We're agonizing back in Ohio. North Korea and the U.S.
What do you think's going to happen if you fucking throw rocks at a fucking hornet's nest?
Was just a pawn.
After they arrested Otto, 4 days later, there was a fourth nuclear test.
North Korea saying they have successfully...
Oh, yeah, spin it around that fucking brat boy, motherfucker.
So they had in mind...
Spin